Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. This is West Cork
It's a treat, is what it is.
Barrel Proof.
A treat.
Irish whiskey that is barreled.
124 proof?
Well, I don't know if it's barreled at 124 proof. It is
Bottled.
bottled at 124 proof. That is crazy for Irish whiskey.
Yes.
Super interested in this. I've had it a couple times before, but it is a really cool thing to just throw it in there. Just throw it in there at cask strength. I love it. Love it. So, what do we know about this? This is not an age statement.
Blend.
It is a blended Irish whiskey. So it is two-thirds.
Yeah, two-thirds grain.
Two-thirds grain Irish whiskey and one-third malt Irish whiskey. So that's...
First put in first fill.
Right. So
Bourbon.
it's first fill ex-bourbon.
Ex-bourbon.
So it's a bourbon barrel. The very first time that
It's been used.
bourbon
since,
barrels
yeah.
used. So that it starts in there, and then it's married. It's married in, very, very used ex-bourbon barrels. They actually call it exhausted barrels. So that's where they marry it up. And the cool part is they do marry it up for 6 months. So they let those two whiskeys really take some time and blend together.
It's still but it's relatively. I would still think it's you would consider it new.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, the guys
It's
got
new.
to start in their house back in 2003.
Yep.
Messing around. Decided to 2014.
Yeah, they actually moved
to another building.
Industrial space?
Yeah, can customize their equipment, and then 2020 started rolling their product out. So
2020 that's when they built out. That's maybe. That was, I couldn't quite catch that on their website. It said they were going to move into a much larger distillery in 2020. I'm not sure why it's 2022 and that's what their website says. They're going to do something in 2020. Maybe they didn't with everything that happened.
Sure.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
I'm just gonna give them the thumbs up for an Irish whiskey that's
that
124 proof.
high of a proof.
Yeah.
So per Irish laws, it has to be at least 3 years old.
Yeah.
It's about all we know. And
typical color.
yeah, the colors, that light hay,
Budweiser,
golden,
Bud
yeah,
Light.
little Pilsner, yeah, I can see that, yeah.
I get a little funky nose.
It's not what I thought it was going to be. How about
No.
that? I get a little more, that grain is what's coming through to me.
I don't know.
I'm not getting a malty note. I'm not getting a honey note. I'm getting a very grain forward note.
I'm getting something weird.
Yeah,
I was waiting for the honey to hit me.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not that.
I feel like every Irish whiskey we've sampled, it's
Honey,
the first thing.
like fruit,
boom.
malt,
Yeah.
sweet cereal. It is not
No.
sweet cereal. It's more like fresh cut grass type note. It's kind of what I'm getting. More towards that.
I like the finish.
Ooh, that's way sweeter. Fruity,
Honey,
sweet, kick.
you get apple juice
Yeah. But there's a
with a kick.
solid kick of ethanol and proof and warmth. Wow, warmth. Oh yeah, nice warmth. 124, I'll do that. Yeah, the nose is funky.
No, I don't care for the nose, but
The
I
nose is not good.
enjoy the palate and I enjoy the finish though.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, the palate is nice. Couple different notes in there. The like I said, the fruit, the honey, ethanol, proof, sweet, and finishes nicely. It sits there for a while. Oil. There's a good oil in there. But the nose sucks. Compared.
Yeah.
I mean, comparatively, does not live up to.
It doesn't change going back to it.
No.
I don't even want to nose it anymore.
I know it's hay. It's a bale of hay. It's that kind of a.
I want to see if the water changes the.
You're just done.
Well, I'll have another sip, but I'm not gonna nose it. I'm done until you put water in my glass. Whew.
Yeah, fruity, a kick. Dear God, that's got a kick.
It's just doing the Irish jig down here.
That's got that. I mean there's a kick going on in that 124 in a bourbon doesn't give.
Again, I made a couple. I want to go over there and go to a number of different pubs and bars and see what the proof is on what they're actually drinking.
What they drink
in the local watering holes. Mm-hmm. If it's all 80 proof, or are they keeping most of the higher proof for themselves and sending us what's left?
So, the distillery, the West Cork Distillery, is located in, and I'm sorry, I have to read it again. Scabirin?
All the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom.
It is the southern. I don't think you can get more south on the mainland of Ireland than where they're located.
I like how they did it on their logo, though.
Yeah, they
cut out the bottom part of Ireland to accentuate where they're located.
Yep. So they're very, 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 very far south, and one of the few independently owned distilleries in Ireland. Almost everybody has consolidated into Middleton. Well, a lot of people moved into Middleton distilleries, but there's like 2 or 3 other that are corporate owned. Diageo owns some. Pinot Ricard owns some. That's not right. Pinot Ricard? Pinot Ricard. That's it. Sorry. So they own Middleton, honestly. But Diageo, I think, owns a couple of different distilleries. So there's like 2 or 3 that are actually independent, owned by Irish people. This is one of them. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of an interesting one.
Well, I mean, I give them props for bucking the trend and going up cask strength.
They do have a regular 80 proof release.
Right.
They also have a line of, I'm going to say a dozen finishes. They finish in everything. And I was super excited when I saw a sampler pack. You can't get it in the States.
Can't get it here.
I was like, oh, killing me. But it's a sampler pack. I think it's like 5 or 6 Irish, their whiskeys, all the different finishes.
Well, but
that'd be awesome.
I don't blame them for doing that because we're doing it over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we aren't, but
no, we are not.
No. But no, I mean, a lot of other distillers are doing the same thing, especially with the honey craze right now.
Yeah.
So they're finishing in.
But they have
port, they're doing port. We're doing port finishes. I mean, yeah.
That's what it. But it was like a port finish. I can't remember all of them, but they had all. Again, they have like a dozen or more different releases of anything from an 80 proof, like okay, here's our standard 80 proof line, and just finished in everything all the way up to this guy.
Again, I enjoy all this, but the nose. Everything past that is.
It's not as bad with water.
Really?
It's not much better, but it's not as bad.
It's not much better.
It's not as bad.
No, it ain't. It's not any better. You're fooling yourself.
Well, that dry grain note, grassy, whatever, it's a little bit less. It start to get a fruit note, but it's not. I can't overpower how strong that grassy note is.
I think it's sweeter now. On the front of the palate, you definitely still get the.
Oh yeah, super honey on the front.
Yeah,
a lot of honey.
You still get the
develops warm. In the fruit.
You get the hug.
I think it's really warm.
The Irish jig. We got to call it.
But it doesn't burn. Something. Like it's not a burn in the back of the throat. It's just like as you drink it,
hits you right here.
It hits you and it just starts warming up through your chest. I don't understand why the nose is so weird.
I would be interested to try their other stuff.
Sweet. That's really.
I wish we could get that sampler pack.
I would love to get that sampler pack.
We should be able to get it. We can get the Johnny Walker one.
I don't know. Well, that's Scotch, and that's Diageo. They're independent.
I
Maybe they
know,
don't
but
have the
still.
distribution. I don't know.
But still, you're trying to market over here.
I agree.
I'm
The
just,
palate is great.
Yeah.
The nose
no bueno.
is not good. It's just not. It's not traditional Irish. It doesn't have that
The honey and the
malty. The
Like that honeycomb cereal.
yes, that is pretty much what you would
With the
expect off the
honey
note.
sweet malt.
And even with the fruit notes that you're getting off the palate, that I'm getting off the palate, not
Yeah.
you're getting off the palate. So if you wanted to do like a sweet honeyed fruit, great. That's what the palate is. That's not what the nose is. I don't know why there's a difference.
It's funky.
It's weird.
But it's worth it to get past that.
Once you get past that, yeah. So if you like to drink your whiskey and not smell it, that's a solid buy.
It's hard to do that though. Are you gonna pull the trick like
But
when you were a kid and you got to
But we're
pinch your
trained
nose?
to do that. I mean, we've trained ourselves
Yeah,
to
to
smell
before
everything we
it.
drink.
Yeah.
50-ish bucks.
Oh, I would pay that for a cask strength
bad.
Irish whiskey.
That's not bad.
When everything else is 80 proof over here,
Yeah.
if we're lucky we can find something in the 90s.
Yeah. That is
Oh,
not bad. 124 proof whiskey, 50 bucks. Not bad. Really solid palate. I really enjoyed the palate. I love the warmth at the end of that drink. It's just like, yeah, this is great on a cold night. This'll do you really good. A hot toddy with that would be interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
Just don't smell it.
No, it just
Stop
hasn't.
smelling it.
I'm just hoping it changes, and it's not.
Whatever that is.
What I pick up now is more of if you're gonna make apple juice from concentrate, like the frozen concentrate.
Okay.
You pick up a lot of that cinnamon out of there, but it's just like that frozen fruit.
Okay.
I get a little. I mean, you get the funk, and then I get that, and then
That's
like
the fruit note.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like that frozen apple juice concentrate. I'm done smelling.
Palate's good.
Yep.
Finish is good. The warmth is great. Glad that they did it.
You gotta get past the nose. Once you get past the nose, it's a solid.
It's a solid whiskey.
It's a very solid Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Again, back to the point we hammered home. I think this whole episode is that it's cask strength. How often do you find that in an Irish?
No.
Hell, even a Scotch.
No.
No, you don't.
Very few. Very few
Very few.
crack the 3 digits
And
for
if you
proof.
can find it, I would buy it, especially for $50. Well, obviously there's other ones. Hopefully we can track them down. I'm hoping some of you out there have had them. Give us some of your recommendations on what else should we try to get from this distillery.
Yeah, I love the fact
available
that
here.
an independent distillery in Ireland is just kind of fun to play with. So that's
We'd
a
love-
fun
we'd
little
love
one
to
to
hear some recommendations.
yeah.
So hopefully you enjoyed the somewhat positive.
Yeah, we're gonna call it 2/3.
Two-thirds positive. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, we'd absolutely encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell icon. You get notified every time we put out content just like this, talking about various whiskeys from all over the world.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.